Hello everyone.
Welcome back.
Sanbonani.
I'm Mo.
And I'm Imbali, and we are
The
Sound of Siblings. Hey, period. We see that you. Yeah, I was just about to say, we see what's in the Natana must jive. And it is on jive. I mean, you don't jive and you can't be footing. I'm going.
I'll be on the stages soon.
You got one is Amazama Lenyao.
Zama Lenyao is crazy.
But anyway, folks, welcome. How has y'all's week been? Mina, my week has been crazy. But Mo, let's start with you. How has your week been?
My week, for the most part, has been all right. It's just the crisis around this country, the state that we're in. Mm-hmm. But apart from that, the books are kicking, but we're fighting back.
You're chopping the books, yeah?
100%.
No, my week has been good. Yesterday, I went obviously to our sister's place to go help her look after the kids. Yeah. I came back home.
Tired. You were non-existent. Energy levels
I came back home and I slept, guys. I was even telling my sister that my hat goes off to parents. Guys, Nina, and Nabantana. Nisinja the game. Namapozo. Pozo came on, Kiluna. No, I was knackered. It felt like that first day when you're back at school after school holidays.
Yeah.
And then you come home and you just sleep in your uniform.
Fairs.
And then you wake up at night and you might even think you're going to school because your sleep was so solid. When you guys came to wake me up, I literally had to put my phone in front of my face for them to think that I was awake. But anyway, my week has been good. It's Friday. Today's Sidla Mahini.
Yeah, Spikos namhlanje ngaphandle.
Exactly, Spikos. Guys, none in your family do you do this? Like Monday to Thursday or Sunday to Thursday, it's a home-cooked meal. Somebody needs to cook, has to be good. But Friday is a free-for-all. It's also a free-for-all for Nin.
Siyahlanganisa mfethu, chicken dusty, kota, pizza. Even though I've fallen out of love with pizza, but pizza, we don't cook on Fridays. We don't cook on Fridays, not at all.
Udla konke logo at once.
No.
Chicken dusty. I'm shocked. I was like, I've never had the meal he's had all at once. As silent in Efanayo, evidently. People had a lot to say. Mm-hmm. So we're going to recap, 2 events in the Beninging, and then we'll talk about a couple more events a little bit later. So the first event that I want to recap is Zee Nation.
Zee Nation. This was the one held at Renshaw.
And who was hosting it? Do you know?
DJ Zintlo.
DJ Zintlo, Tommy.
The one and only.
Tommy. So, no, there were really good reviews. Most of the reviews that I saw about Zee Nation were really good reviews. Okay. Abantu said it was for the girls, it was safe. DJ Zintlo made sure it was safe. Why is my like
Clarky.
But she made it nice and safe. It was fun. There was lots of food. There was lots of stuff to drink. There was just like lots to do. The people who came on the stage did really well. Okay. Some people brought on some surprise guests, which Abantu they really enjoyed. It seemed like every performer really worked. They made a concerted effort to really be at the top of their game when they were performing as Zee Nation. Background dancer. Because we didn't go. But yeah, a lot of people said it was good. I did hear though, Uguti, somebody was saying that the drinks per drink was 55 rand a drink.
55 rand a drink. What is that? 3 shots? I'm assuming 3 shots.
Do you think it's gonna be no? A drink is 55 rand.
1 shot.
Yeah.
No way.
55 rand.
Okay,
guys, Nina, and 55 rand for a drink.
Let us know.
Is that what y'all be doing out there? Damn, that's steep.
I thought that was only for Chris Brown.
That's
KZ.
That's steep. Anyway, and then somebody said but I'm assuming that they weren't in the VIP section.
Okay.
Because when I was looking at the videos, I tried to look Vela to survey like what was it like and nani. Obviously, a lot of festivals they just have like the field, then they do their stages and their little stations and all this stuff, nama toilets and what. But they usually don't have seating like that unless they have like beer gardens or these kind of lounges or whatever, which it seemed like they didn't have, except if you bought like a VIP pass.
And I'm wondering how the bars situation was. Usually, there's less bars than the people there, so the catering is kind of low always on the drinks.
No, people said it was good actually. People didn't have any complaints. At least the reviews that I saw about it, like it was well catered.
Okay.
Supposedly. So yeah, DJ Sinclair, congratulations.
Shout out.
We're looking forward to going to Zee Nation next year and hopefully being part of immediate team so we can cover it from top to bottom. Ukuthi DJ Sinclair uyenza kanjani? Awesome. But let us know in the comments, guys, if you had a different experience of Zee Nation. Yeah. And then the second event that we're gonna recap is Rose Fest.
Rose Fest, if I'm guessing, is this the one that took place at Wanderers Stadium?
No, that's the other one that we'll review later. The one that took place, this one took place it happened at the Walter Sisulu Botanical Gardens. Rose Fest, Buguna Boshikaina, Pabi Cooper, there was Zoe Modicha, I think was also there. And again, people said performances were great. Apparently the thing, Lapa at Rose Fest, they would drop you off at a school nearby, and then the festival had shuttles to take you to the actual botanical gardens. So you park somewhere else, and then the shuttles get you to the botanical gardens. And then even when people were leaving, shuttles to the other location. But apparently, end of the event, the shiga with the shuttles, but overall, Bati, it was great. Vele was picnic set up, so Abantu bought camp chairs. They bought their blankets. It was really nice. Again, all performers did outstandingly well. Sound was, food was, drinks were. It was just a situation.
So
apparently.
We missed out, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, we really did miss out. And some people were saying Gucci Rose Fest is for the girls, only for girls, no boys allowed, no men allowed. All this, but that wasn't the case. My one of my reviews, because everybody was there.
Did everyone show
all
up?
Sorts of people were there. Yeah. Okay. I want to go back to Zee Nation. Apparently, Bebate in the Q&A on the website, Gucci don't bring camp chairs. So that's why people were saying Gucci there was no seating because they weren't even allowed to bring in their own things to sit on, mat,
that's unfortunate,
blanket, or whatever the case might be. So, guys, do you prefer to have seating when you go out to festivals? Do you want to pay for like a particular seated section? What is the tea for you guys? But I have questions for you, given the reviews that people had given about these festivals.
All right.
So, would you go to a concert solo?
No.
Why? Why not?
And not everyone. There's not a big crowd of people that are solo. I feel like you'd have to be a groupie around a group for a while before they actually integrate you in. So that's just my personal thing. I wouldn't go to I wouldn't go to an event solo dolo.
Yeah.
It depends. If I'm really in need of company or no one could make it and I already have the ticket, I'd probably go.
Yeah.
But just off the rip, a solo event, I wouldn't do it, no.
Okay. Well, this one guy, I totally forgot what his handle is, but I'll find it on TikTok and I'll put a screenshot of his video here. Ute, and he ended up going solo because the person he was supposed to go with dropped him like just mere hours the night before the whole thing was supposed to be happening at Rose Fest. So he went alone. People in the comments were like, yeah, we saw you. You were a vibe.
Did anyone go and sit with him?
Yeah, so you have your blanket here and all the stuff. So I think you make and you socialize with the people around you. So apparently he was, main character energy.
Is it the one with the striped outfit? The blue and white striped outfit?
I don't know. I don't remember, but we'll see. When we put the screenshot, we'll see who we're talking about. But I'm glad you went on your own, guys. It's important to go on your own. It's important to do stuff solo. I think sometimes we stop ourselves from adventure because we don't want to go alone. But you don't know what is waiting for you on the
Outside.
other side, Obviously, keep in mind safety, all this kind of stuff. But I think it's important. It's fun. It's like going on a solo, lunch date or going on a solo dinner date, going even to like, I don't know, a hiking event solo. Ngoba uyazi ukuthi uhlangana nabantu.
Thina sifuna ama-run club. Sihamba sonke. Sifuna igroup. Sihamba sonke.
Uzogijima mari club.
Ngizogijima.
Okay.
I won't promise I'll finish, but ngizogijima. Ngizogijima.
Okay, cool. I have a second question for you. What are your, let's say, 3 to 5 concert must-haves? You'll say, when you're looking at a concert, these are the things that you're ticking off the list. Like, I have to have this, and this.
My 3. For starters, it would have to be, they'd have to be VIP. Just the flow of the concert around VIPs is usually better than in general, because there's no long queues and things are more catered to you guys, and there's sometimes certain sections where near the stage it's just you guys and the viewing is better there. Secondly, while on the outside, right? You mean while I'm looking at the concert, it's obviously the performers, right? There'd have to be names in there that I know put on a show, about jive, or if jive, the music is really good and they actually put time into their craft. So it would be the artist, and I think finally it would be the pricing, right? If I consider location, the experience, or reviews from the previous event that the company has hosted, it has to fit the price tag. So if you're gonna charge me $1,000, I'm coming there to see my $1,000 and experience my $1,000.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. I feel like from the outside looking in, I would also probably look at the same things. From the inside, in order to say like I'm having a great time, I definitely need the sound, guys. We go to concerts for sound. I'm not going to a concert for the views. Even if I could close my eyes, I want to be having a good time. I want to hear the sound. Like I want it to be living inside me. Because what's the point of going to a concert in a big arena or whatever, and then I'm hearing what I could hear when I'm in my living room without even the speakers on? No, get it together. I want to hear. So sound, definitely. Ambiance, like I'm looking for the people to also be enjoying, whether I'm in VIP, whether I'm in general admission. I'm looking for the vibes. I'm looking for everybody to be having a good time. Like, and coming from someone who partied in Vancouver and went to concerts in Vancouver, where it's mostly just phones.
I don't like that. I don't like that about
nowadays. Young dinner datings. But I feel like a lot of the ways that I've seen people enjoy concerts and shows in South Africa has been jiva, to be giving the artists to be pumping them, So that's the second thing. And then the third thing would be, if I'm hungry, I want to eat when I arrive and when I'm about to leave. I want there to be food throughout the whole thing. Like, nothing annoys me more than a lot of the stalls running out of food or selling out of food in the first 3 hours of, not even just before, in the first 3 hours of the event, in the halfway through the event.
Awuzobona unama-chips epokoteni.
So mina ngipokotela ama-chips.
Zama something.
No, I need to say we're paying 1,000 rand. I want the 1,000 rand. I want to see my 1,000 rand. I want to eat my 1,000 rand. I want to be able to eat from beginning to the end if I wanted to. Because sure enough, you'll be able to drink from the beginning to the end. So I also need the food front to be there, because not everybody is drinking at these events as well. So yeah, those are the things that I'm looking for inside. Would you say you're looking for similar things?
I would. I'm not much of a foodie, so the food one, not much, but I need the vibe to be there. I need the cameras down sometimes. I need us being a bit ratchet, being a bit ghetto, being a bit dangerous, you know what I mean? Everyone's trying to look cute, we need to connect, see where corner. And the main thing, if you're an artist who has lyrics in you need to sing the song. You need to sing the song. As opposed to 3 words and then your mic is in the air the entire time. That's not what I paid for. I paid for these vocals. I want to hear those vocals. Sing the song. how kula, you know?
No facts.
Because I think manje everything is centered around the dances that people do on stage, like Mzansi. Like if they're not dancing, I don't know, they think that we're not enjoying. But sing, like Shakana. If Shakana was to get there and only sing one chorus and dance the entire performance, I'd be pissed off. Because that's not what I'm here for.
Yeah.
I'm here for the vocals.
But she is a singer, though. I think there's also like a difference of the type of excuse me, artists and creatives that would get on stage. Like a Shakina, for example, uyacula kajive Shakina, ngaze ngimbona jive. And even jive, when's the body roll nyana? Yeah, you know, little simple, cute things. I'm not saying agayenzi. That's not the mainstay of how she performs. But there's other people out there who bayajiva, like they've made these great songs dance also bayadansa.
Yeah, I see. That's kind of the disconnect for me lately.
I see.
Yeah.
Fair. But yeah, so those are my questions given Amma concert reviews. We have a lot of concerts that are coming up. Summer is coming around the corner here in South Africa. So it's already starting to get nice and warm, folks. Again, if you want us to attend any particular event that you might have wanted to know more about before you go to it, let us know. We'll cover it, give you the 411, and then you must join us the next time, obviously.
Sibe sonke. Sounds of
Josie.
Mzabalazo.
Sounds of Mzabalazo. Come on, that's going to be our entertainment company name. Sound of Mzabalazo.
Oh yeah. Now the South Africa is burning. It's at a boiling point at this point in time.
Sure.
Indaba ezibuhlungu are coming from everywhere. Tina, I'd say the closest and most heartbreaking one would be the one closest to home, La Maponya. You know, so unfortunately, we've lost someone to the hands of taxi drivers. Once again, Lani Maponya, a young professional. He had just bought his car. He's coming from KZN.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. He had been, I think, in Joburg for about a week.
Yeah.
And he had just bought the car a few days prior to the incident.
Was he Ubering, Vela? Was he an Uber driver?
Yeah, he was an Uber driver. He had bought the car and moved this side solely to be an Uber driver and work.
Let's give a little bit of context to the people before, because without the context, then you don't know why this is such a serious and big thing. So in South Africa, if you're not already South African or you don't know how the transportation systems work in South Africa, we have taxis, and taxis are these big kumbis that fit anywhere between, I want to say, like 14 to 16 passengers. Some of them even fit 17 passengers, and they are like the main accessible mode of transportation. So the first kind of level. Then there's buses, then there's double-decker buses, then there's Gautrain, then there's that old ass train which I don't think works anymore.
Mandela train.
So then like a few years ago, maybe 3 to 5 years ago?
Okay.
Would you say the Uber started here?
No, I think relatively, I want to say, let's go 7 years, 6 years.
7 years, okay, so it's been a long time. But Uber, started Uber, Bolt, Nayo is around. These are these car share services where you can request a car to come and pick you up and drop you off wherever you're going. Uber, it's all over the world. We know what Uber is. Now, these taxi drivers, they felt Tugutibona, they had a monopoly on transportation, especially for the everyday person who didn't have their own car. They want to be the only ones who are operating on that level. So when these car share services started to come in, taxi drivers started having a huge problem with it. They would protest, they would do toi, they would stop operating their taxis in the morning, wanting the Uber services and all these other car share services to be disbanded, or at least to not be operating in the same places as they're operating. So this kind of fight has been there the whole time, but I think mostly it's an antagonism from taxi drivers who feel like their mode of income and making money and all the stuff is becoming affected because now there's Uber drivers, which is obviously not true, you know. I think everything is competitive and everything has a market. You know, a taxi driver and a taxi cannot fetch me from a mall with all of my groceries and drop me off at my door. You can't want to be the sole beneficiary of these systems when also you don't offer the same service.
One would say you can't compete where you don't compare.
Exactly. So it's been a huge problem from jump, and so recently, I think this week actually, in Maponya, then this incident happened.
Yeah.
So what happened? Tell them what the incident was.
So apparently, the taxi drivers pretty much swarmed this individual. He was shot and set alight in his own car. And two others were shot, a driver and a passenger, but they managed to escape and get medical treatment at a hospital.
Was theirs the second car that was burned?
Because
there was more than one car that was burned.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we did lose this individual. Do you want to just look at your phone and see what the guy's name is?
Yeah.
Because we even have a picture that was sent in our group chat. It's very devastating, this thing, you know. Like, I'm a taxi drivers. They're very antagonistic. Like, they're very, very antagonistic. And something that my mom was saying yesterday is that our government has allowed them to become this antagonistic force without any repercussion, without any actual consequences, because at the end of the day they also endanger our lives. When we're traveling to different places, when you're driving, the way that taxi drivers drive is mental. It's crazy. It's not good.
Yeah, the individual's name is Usiasanda Ntogozisi Mielase. He was 27 years of age.
Imagine, man, 27 years of age. And apparently, in excuse me, one of the coverages of when the community, they came and they shut down Maponya the mall. They blockaded it from operating. But they were also saying, like, they wish the taxis could have also been stopped from operating, because they were still able to operate outside the mall on the street. 100%. But they should have been stopped from operating so that they also actually feel the impact of what they're doing, that it's unfair. Because now this 27-year-old person who was probably feeding a family in some regard, that's why he came all the way to Joburg to come and do this thing, has now lost his life. So they've lost income, they've lost a family member, they've lost this young
father,
person has lost his life because of taxi drivers and them wanting to be free to do whatever aggressive thing that they did. There was even that artist who was slapped around by a taxi driver recently. Do you remember what his name was?
No, I don't. But he's a DJ.
I'll try to put the screenshot here if I can find it on Instagram again. But he was also slapped around by a taxi driver.
He just took it.
What? Because again, it's a taxi driver. Like the thing is, you sometimes when you're engaging with a force that has a short fuse and is unpredictable regardless. So you can try sometimes to fight back against a taxi driver. He'll pull out a gun on you. He'll pull out a shambok. Yeah, he'll escalate. And he was parked in anyway. The taxi driver parked behind him, got out of his car and was slapping this guy around, So I think, again, you can throw shit with your mouth. I can throw shit with my mouth, but the need to get physical, there's no need to get physical, at all. But it's, again, these people who feel entitled. They feel like, bona, it makes them more dangerous because they can inflict physical harm. Uzoshona baba. Uzoshona, bazokushaya. Because one day uzobukhomba umuntu ongamelanga and then do it. So don't be playing abantu, and we must stop bullying abantu like this. But taxi drivers definitely need to sort their shit out, because labo bantu bayathusa, and abathusi because they are scared. No, bayathusa because that they have each other's backs.
But how would you, maybe not suggest, but how could you imagine a solution here? Because they have made it a norm to kill one another inside their own organization. So I feel like anyone outside the organization to them is just collateral, because they really don't, it doesn't seem like they have a grasp on those issues if they're able to kill the bosses within the organization for certain chairs and certain titles.
But that's in-group fighting. Like, you guys can do in-group fighting. It doesn't mean that you can do out-group fighting as well. Yes, kill each other, fight each other, whatever. Monopolize in your own house. Monopolize in your own institution. Do that shit in your own institution. But leave the people alone. Wenzeni that guy? So this is my thing. It's like, I think, again, it's not about, they don't grasp the issues. No, they're bullies. and they're gonna bully regardless. They're bullies and they're gonna bully regardless. I don't have a solution besides some kind of like a monitoring system or a penalizing system or a consequential system. I don't know, but it also feels like our officials are afraid of taxi drivers because, like you say, I'm a taxi drivers. They've been around for many, many, many years, and they're not just taxi drivers. They handle a lot of other different businesses and initiatives as well, which affect our society and community in huge ways. I mean, especially in Dawes as a KZN and stuff like that. Like, I think down there, you could actually see the taxi drivers even in their other businesses and other things that they do. And obviously, this is not all taxi drivers, but when you buy into a system that's broken, you are part of the problem.
System, yeah. Nah, understood. Yeah. It's just sad, sorry. It's just very sad.
That's okay. It is just very sad. It's very sad. Well, that guy, rest in peace, man. Rest in peace, and hopefully your family is able to find some peace,
were you able to see the family, these videos that were taken of the family coming and sweeping his ashes out of the car?
No.
For them to, I'm assuming, have some sort of closure or be able to
crap.
a part of him.
Sweeping the ashes out of the car?
Yeah, because that car was fully engulfed in flames. That car was gone. Anything that was inside is ashes. Do you understand? So, and even in the videos, you can see the body itself still inside the vehicle and burning. While people, stay and watch, what can they do at that point in time, you know? So the community is rightfully really mad. Yeah. But then them stopping Maponya Mall from operating, do you think that is fair? Or do you think that is just?
I mean, I think it's part of seeking justice, you know, because at the end of the day, when there is an injustice, business cannot go on as usual. You know, when there's injustice, business cannot go on as usual. Yes, unfortunately, Maponya Mall, if you maybe look at it in the sense of like, then they're also blocking like black business and other businesses from making money. But it's like, yes, we're blocking black business from making money for these 3 days, but this kid is dead.
Yeah, okay.
This kid is dead, and it's not going to be the first. This wasn't the first incident of this thing. It's not the first incident, especially in Maponya. It's not the first incident. They've kicked out Uber drivers. They've kapimoto zabo, you know, ngamaje and all this stuff. So they've been antagonizing people. This is just when it's come to, I think, the biggest, deadliest head, okwamanje. You know, and maybe even I don't know if this is the deadliest.
Do you feel as though it's getting enough news coverage and attention from the higher ups, politicians, our government officials?
I don't think so.
Why is that? Why do you think that is? Do you think they're afraid? Do you think some of them are part of the industry, as in they own taxis, or what do you think would attest to the lack of publicity that the situation is getting?
I mean, maybe all of those things. Maybe there are people who are, you know, within the taxi industry, own taxis, or maybe some people are owned by taxi drivers. Like, you know, as if you are somebody who is in an institution and you have a lot of money and you can use that money to pay for this person's campaign or pay for this and pay for that, you know, I think there might be an element of fear, but also an element of just not caring about the population, because at the end of the day, our officials and our politicians today, these people don't care about us. Yeah. They don't care about us, because if they cared about us, one thing that they promised us since time was job creation, and that thing is failing, blundering. Every month is less and less and less jobs. So I just don't, regardless of all the other things, I think it's just a human aspect of it that's missing. There's just no compassion.
There is no compassion.
Because who is this 27-year-old to them when the taxi institution might be offering them something more? And they can't untangle themselves from that now.
So it's all about the highest bidder.
I think at this point in time, at this stage of capitalism, it's always about the highest bidder. It's always about the highest bidder. So yeah, so this is struggle because it's all about the highest bidder. Yeah.
Gives you a few things to think about for your vote, right?
Absolutely. Ish, let's not even do an episode about voting because it's going to drive me absolutely crazy. Anyway, folks, be safe out there, and yeah, tell your loved ones that you love them every single day because you never know what foolishness can happen out in these streets that will cause your loved one to never even return.
Kidnapping is at an all-time high. La eMzansi. Those suspected serial killers out in Pretoria are still on the loose.
I believe that there's 2 now.
Yeah, they believe that it's hands of 2 individuals carrying out all these murders. So yeah, I've been safe. Try to be mindful when you use these dating apps and meeting people that you don't know. Do you have any tips that you'd say people should adopt when trying to find connections and
I don't think I would be the one to say because I've only been, this is my 3rd month back in South Africa, so I don't think I'm in a good position to say so. But you folks, like, do you have any tips for us? Mo, do you have any tips for us? Because you've been here.
I think mostly it's just a matter of make sure people know where you are at all times. You understand? No matter what it is, they should have access to your location, especially close ones and friends, people that are also near you that can make it to that scene if possible. Or sometimes how many cho metiti nahlale khoneni like sekuyabheda sizothini.
Sekuyabheda. I don't know ukuthi unochomi, just ningene nje, 5 minutes apart, but then maybe figure it out. So there is something that happened. Sorry. It was a Women's Day event where Anthony Hamilton and Joe were in South Africa to perform for us. For the ladies, for the girls, for the ladies. Or at least for the people that went. They came to perform for you guys. But you had a lot to say about it.
What happened? Let us know.
So apparently it was hosted at Wanderers, right? Which is where we went for the cricket.
Yeah.
It was hosted at Wanderers. Bati, that's not a good location for like huge concerts like that.
How come?
Or at least wasn't a good one for this one because of the sound. Bati, the sound was bad. People that were sitting on the actual stands, they couldn't hear the sound. People in the middle of the concert were chanting, "We want sound, we want sound," because you just couldn't hear the sound. Apparently Joe couldn't play his guitar that he wanted to play, so like the instruments and stuff like that weren't working. No, sound was breaking down. The sound system, actual sound was breaking down. It wasn't a good sound setup. So apparently the sound was crap. Apparently there wasn't enough food. There weren't enough stalls for food. There wasn't enough drinks as well for this Women's Day event. It was dead, really. It looked very dead. But apparently the people who were close to the stage who could hear, they heard, they had an okayish time.
How close to the stage did you have to be?
Exactly. But apparently it was very, very disappointing. But you can see and you can hear, like, even when they're in the stands and people are taking videos, it's quiet. You just hear abantu abakhulumayo. You can't really hear anything. So yeah, apparently that was really, really bad. And then there's this guy, I forget what his TikTok handle is, but he did like an honest review about this event and was just saying all the things that I told you. So mostly most of the other reviews kind of agreed with what he was saying as well. Sound was bad, all this kind of stuff, that they didn't have any like wristband ticket things or anything like that. Those things that you get when you go to an event to differentiate. You're in VIP, you're in that section, you're in this section, you're in that section. People were sitting in people's seats. It was just a hamors, right? So he's like, yeah, this is my honest review. And then a few days later, apparently the organizers of the event reached out to him, and because his video went viral, and they were like, "No, can we have a conversation with you? Let's sit down, let's chat."
Damage control.
So now they sat down and they chatted, and he came back again to give us the 411 on the meeting, and so just the tone of the way that he was doing the second video, this guy, because then it was the concert goers problem, and the concert goers nathi asmameli, now ungathenga ku section 81 uyahlala ku section 47 wayengayenzi watwati. Okay, anyway. Yeah, it was not giving the same energy. But anyway, apparently the organizers was just saying it's a lot. to
and then
organize.
with the sound, did they address the
Yeah,
sound?
it's a lot to organize these events. There's a lot of people and a lot of hands at play. So they even did dress rehearsals apparently about sound, and they did all the stuff, and everything was fine.
And
so
they
it was
checked
just,
out.
apparently. So it was just on the day when the sound was really bad. But how can the sound be abysmally bad? Then also benganamanzi, toilets and stuff like that. So they were saying Guti they had water like water reduction and then electricity reduction or something like that. So that kept messing around with the optics of the event, people having access to water and whatever.
Orange Stadium, Ilovo.
So Mina, my thing is there's been countless concerts that have happened in that venue. Some of the organizers have also been part of the organizing team for those concerts as well. So concerts have gone really, really well with very similar organizers and some even the same organizers at that very location.
Yeah.
And it's gone really well. It was just this one that didn't go well at all. But they had all these excuses. Then all of a sudden it was the concert goers' problems. Nani and Mameli, Nani in. But even if I was sitting in my own section, my right seat that I paid for, then
I'm still not hearing the music much. Yafana, no matter how I'm not understanding. Yafana must.
No, but I'm kafile that guy, and it's fine. If I'm kafile, my guy, that's fine. You know, but I just feel like I used to help organize one of the biggest like day festivals in Vancouver, and I did it for 3 years. And we had like thousands of people that were coming in and out or whatever. We had a stage, we had artists, was a long lineup the whole day. So I understand what they mean when it is about hosting an event and all this stuff. But all of these things are in your contingency plan and you plan for it. Like, yes, you have to work with SAPS and you have to work with the city and you have to work with the water people. You have to work with Parks and Recreation. You have to work with this. Yeah, but that's everybody. There's no event that you go to where they don't have to be working with the city, with the cops of that situation, nabantabazo akifence, all these things, all these parameters. So like, these are just excuses. I think they were just doing lip service and using him because he has a huge platform
as
to be like,
control.
change the narrative for us. So I think it was definitely more of a PR push than actually sitting down and being honest, because he was like, oh, my hat goes off to, and I have so much respect for event organizers. I said,
so completely different video. And then did Joe and Anthony release a statement or anything?
I haven't seen any statements from them. I haven't seen any videos from them necessarily.
Were there any refunds discussed?
No, not that I know of. I think in Jal, I think people were just saying after the fact, like, this is how we felt about the concert. But I don't think that there's any, like, you get your money back, sorry, or whatever. I don't even think there's a formal apology necessarily. I think maybe that guy was the apology.
Wow.
Let's make reason with whatever.
So guys, man saying in block A, I need you to go to block A. Nihlale lapho. Makungana manzi, wa ungazanga namanzi from endlini. How? Like, what's wrong with you people?
Guys,
bring your own speaker, connect.
Yes, bring your own stamp. I get in what's that thing? Share play.
Yeah, dual play.
Yeah. But it's your fault, everyone.
Come on, guys.
And yeah, it has nothing to do with the promoters because they did sound check. They did rehearsals. They were fine.
They probably stood next to the speakers on the stage and were like, yep. That's so unfortunate, but yeah.
Very unfortunate.
Excuse me, guys.
But Jangaba, there's so many events coming up anyway. Guys, we have a lot of events to cover and hopefully the summer will not be a disappointment. Hopefully it's just for this fall, winter situation. Yeah, big band. You know, maybe peak as a freezer or something, you know. Anyway, is showing the back here, Hey Neighbour again, because I haven't heard this.
Okay, so Hey Neighbour, right?
Yeah.
Is this big event that takes place near Pretoria, right? Or rather Centurion. They started off with the bang. They brought Kendrick Lamar last year. We were out there. Amazing. He is very short, so if you were really far, you had to look at the screens, but nonetheless, the performance was really good. They had all the big names, right? Even Shoma Josie, I believe, was out there.
Nice. Wow. But they had screens.
Yeah, they had screens. They had 2 stages. There was a Ferris wheel as well.
Wow.
It was beautiful. It was very nice. But I think this year they announced that it's going to happen again. So what they do is they sell tickets.
Yeah.
And then after you buy the tickets, only then do they start letting you guys know who's going to be performing.
Oh, okay.
Right, which is kind of backwards. But I believe everyone was like, they brought Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
Right?
So already their reputation.
We know the level, the standard. And so they released who was coming out, your Dojas, etc., etc. And I think maybe there was just a problem around ticket sales. Tickets didn't quite sell the way that they had anticipated.
Okay.
And they just moved the date. So it was meant to be, I believe, now in August.
Okay.
And they just shifted the date to December. But they still haven't given people that have bought the tickets an actual date as to when this event will now take place.
Hey, neighbor.
And they're not issuing refunds in time. So they did say that they will issue refunds, I believe, end of September or beginning of September.
Okay.
Around these times. But everything will be sold out. For like, people couldn't go to Zee Nation because maybe and they're expensive.
Somebody was actually saying that Hey Neighbor didn't pay me back, so I didn't even go to Zee Nation because Zee Nation.
Hey Neighbor, one.
Wow.
Hey Neighbor, two. Hey Neighbor, three. But yeah, that's that situation.
Damn. Hey Neighbor, you must be better. You guys can't fit the shoes that you guys were wearing last year.
Kumele sibuyeleni kuma-house party. Le nto ngathi senkulu kakhulu abahlula labantu. Asibuyeleni kuma-house party, i-storm, i-punch, izinto ezikahle, sibe right. Ayisekho yonke le nto.
Why ufake i-spin-off endabeni?
You know you need spin-off. Akuna-house party ngana spin-off.
Ama-ice droppers
abasebenzi.
All right, well, Hey Neighbor, do correct, guys, your way. Now I'm a bit nervous because, like I said, I've only been in SA for like 3 months now, and I'm just gonna start going to concerts. Because if I buy a ticket and I'm bringing my camera, I'm bringing my mics,
100%.
Yeah.
But events to look out for.
Oh, yes.
The Kabza and Maporisa show on the 29th of August, and then DSTV Delicious from the 21st of September. Let me just make sure.
Salwane is crazy.
Yeah, DSTV Delicious will be taking place from the 20th of September to the 21st of September.
Okay, it's 2 days.
100%, yeah.
Nice. So, and then the Kota Festival is also coming up.
I think Lapo CI.
Yeah, Sizoya Kota Festival, because obviously in Tana Makota, so Indian Valley Kota Festival, or at least the next one, the next Kota Festival, because I think it has like many dates across the year, but the next one is happening 30th of August. So the next date is the 30th of August, but like I said, I think it happens like once or twice a month until the end of the year. So yeah,
we'll be there. We'll let you know what's happening.
Exactly. Okay, I'm gonna play 5 songs for you. Okay. I'm gonna play 1 or 2 seconds of the song.
Damn. Okay.
Okay. We'll start with 1. I'll play 1 second of the song. We'll see if you know what the song is.
Okay.
5. You have 5. I'll start with the easy one for you because. Okay, you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Oh, that was even 4 seconds of the song.
That's definitely a Kendrick Lamar song. If this world were mine.
Hey, I knew this and at the top. Multiply. Okay. You got that one, so that's 1. Definitely not.
Oh my days. It's a well-known song, né?
Well-known song.
Who is it by? Oh.
That's what you need to tell me. What are you talking about? Must I play the first 3 seconds again?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I know the song. It's not Sade. Whitney Houston?
Nope.
Boo. Nah, I'm drawing a blank. Nope.
It's Angie Stone. Wish I didn't miss you
Wish
anymore.
I didn't miss you anymore.
Wow.
That's what I said.
No. What?
That's what I said.
Whitney Houston. Okay, so this is the third song. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm. No. Talk it. Nah. Hold on. Let me hear it again. Dum, ding, ding, dum, 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 ding, ding, dum, dum.
It's like this and like this and like that. It's like this and like this and like that.
Who's that by? Oh, wait. Is it one of the. Does she have siblings? Nah, try Tony Braxton.
No.
Damn. Nah, I wouldn't have gotten it for that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's about time to
Boom
listen
shaka,
to Boom
bruh. That's
Shaka.
unfair. That's unfair.
What do you mean it's
Come on.
unfair? Because you
That is
literally just
unfair.
got
That's
it.
unfair.
Because that's
boom
the third
shaka.
one. So you only got one so far. 1 out of 3. Let's do this. Is this? Oh, I hope this is not one of the guys that you don't like.
It's about time. Ooh. Boom shaka.
I don't know which one is a top song for this artist. Ooh. Hi.
Oh, that's Nasty C. That's Nasty C. Misses Me.
Okay. So that's number 4. And the last one.
Got it. Tired of sleep. Wrong
song. Wrong song.
Pretty Wings.
Nope. Hear it again.
Woke up this morning, find the letter that she wrote. She said I'm tired, that I'm always on the road. He just came, right?
Yeah.
Anthony Hamilton.
Okay, and the song is called?
All she needs is for me, baby, I've been sitting here waiting on you to come home again.
Okay.
Promise I'll be here till the very end. Does he say it in the chorus? To let you be with you alone. Come on home to me, Charlene.
Come on,
Charlene.
Charlene. I knew I like Charlene. Okay. Awesome. So you got 3.
3 out of 5.
Yeah. Not too bad. Anyway, folks, thank you for coming again, watching another episode. It's been really, really fun, even though we've had numerous interruptions. But we managed to still complete the episode. Yep. I have been one of your hosts, Mbali.
I've been Mo. And together we've been the sound of siblings.
This is where reality finds its rhythm. And Mo, tell them what they must do.
Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Leave a comment for us about things you'd like us to address, talk about, events you'd like us to go to. And yeah, just let us know how you're feeling, how your week has been.
Exactly. You can find us on our YouTube page, Sound of Siblings. You can find us on all social media, Sound of Siblings. And we look forward to the next episode. Bye for now.
Bye.